and welcome to our first newsletter for term 3. Can I say what a pleasure it is to be back again. As you know, I took 3 weeks leave and I come back feeling refreshed and energized. As I do at the start of the newsletter, I usually give you a countdown or a recollection of some of the amazing events that happened in our school in the first half of the term. In week 1, we had the student-led conferences, and can I just say that the conferences were meant to be student-led, because what we're doing with those conferences is we're preparing the students, placing the onus back in the student for their learnings. We also had in week 1 guest speaker Deacon Harold from the US, who spoke to our year 5 to 10s. And can I say, by all accounts, I wasn't here, but by all accounts, he was an inspirational speaker. In week 2, we had the Olympian Nick Trimmings come to talk to year 9. And his talk was about the power of goal setting and seizing opportunities and never giving up, resilience. And that was good for the students to hear. Week 2 was also, we celebrated 100 days of kindergarten learning. Wow, what a celebration. We also had Grandparents' Day on the same day. Now, I have to give credit to my executive team, managing 2 big events on the same day, and apparently it worked, it came off really well. So well done to my exec, and thank you to all the grandparents, and thank you to the kindergarten parents for turning up on the day to celebrate 100 days of learning. In week 3, we had the year 9 camp, the 5-6 camp in Canberra, and that went off really well. Week 4, which is last week, we had the OLA Fiesta, and our strings ensemble and our choir group and dance groups had an opportunity to perform in front of a large crowd of people. We also welcome back at the start of week 4 our World Youth Day pilgrims, and they came back and had a wonderful spiritual experience. And then week 5, Science Week, and I'm sure we're in the middle of the week at the moment, but I'm sure you'll learn more about some of the wonderful, amazing things our science teachers are putting on to celebrate Science Week. Thank you. Hello, and for today's From the Classroom segment, I have the great honour and privilege to interview Amanda Cassar. Amanda, welcome.
Thank you, Mark.
As many of you know, Amanda is the instructional coach for Stage 3, which is Year 5 and 6. And today, Amanda is going to share with us some of the great things that have been happening in Year 5 and 6. Over to you, Amanda.
Thank you very much. So we've had a few big things happening in Stage 3 this term. Both Year 5 and Year 6 have headed off onto their amazing camp adventures. So in week 3, Year 6 went to Canberra Camp. Now, in addition to exploring some amazing scientific phenomenon at Questacon at night and heading to the National Arboretum, where we were able to look at some of the beautiful plants that we have in Australia, as well as having a little bit of a wander through their amazing sensory garden that they have there. The main purpose of heading to Canberra was that we could consolidate our learning through our history unit and learn about how laws are made, Parliament, how we vote, and things like that. And we were very fortunate that we were able to attend Canberra when Parliament was in session.
Wow.
So we were able to hop into and listen to a couple of the debates going on in the Senate and the House of Reps.
Amazing.
It was incredible. The kids were absolutely riveted, which was just fantastic.
Wow.
And then on Thursday this week, our Year 5 cohort will be heading to Bathurst. So they're going to have the opportunity to live a day in the life of colonial Australians. They're going to get the chance to learn about the gold rush in context, Pan for Gold, and of course, listen to some colonial music and songs. So we're very excited to go, even though, according to the weather forecast, we're going to have to be very, very rugged up. Something else that's happened in stage 3 is that we have our Voice of Youth competition coming up. So Voice of Youth is something that happens each year, particularly for our Year 6 students, where students get the opportunity to choose a topic that they're really passionate about and write a speech that they present towards their peers. It's an opportunity for them to develop their public speaking skills, which, as we all know, is not always very easy to do. We presented our class finals just last week, and so we have 2 amazing representatives from Year 6, Emma Borg and Rafael Lamata, who are participating in our cluster finals against student representatives from 5 other schools tomorrow to determine who will continue on to the next level of Voice of Youth. So we're very excited. We're very much looking forward to supporting them as we get to see that happen tomorrow.
So folks, you can see it's all happening in stage 3. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Lorren Lee, one of our outstanding Year 7 music students, and Santa Sophia is very blessed to have Lorren with us, and I'm speaking to her today about a very unique instrument that she plays. So Lorren, you play the concert harp, and how long have you been playing the concert harp for?
I have been playing the harp for about almost 6 years.
Okay, since you were in Year 2, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a long time. And what is it that made you want to play the harp? What's it about the harp that makes it so special and interesting to you?
In the Bible, the passage said that the King David, he played the harp for King Saul whenever he had stress and anxiety. And it made me feel motivated to play the harp, because with like beautiful sound and techniques, it's gonna heal people's hearts whenever they have anxieties and nervous.
Well, I think that's a great answer, because I know at Santa Sophia, whenever you've performed for us, we all feel very blessed. It's a wonderful instrument. And so you've had some other recent success with your harp playing, haven't you? Can you tell us a little bit about your achievement at the Sydney Eisteddfod?
So in Sydney Eisteddfod, I have getting the Achievement Award, and I was the only harp player in there, and I was pretty much the youngest, since it was up to 12 years old to 15 years old. And since that was my first time, I received an Achievement Award.
Okay, it definitely won't be the last, I'm sure. And so what would you like to achieve with your music, not just the harp, because Lorren also plays the violin in the school ensemble, viola, sorry. She plays the viola in the school ensemble and piano as well. So what would you like to achieve with your music, even after you leave school?
I would like to go to a college called Sydney
The Conservatorium?
Conservatorium of Music, and become a musician. And I would love to go to the symphony orchestra and share my love and care to people in society.
Well, I think you're on a very good track to achieve those goals. So thanks for sharing that with us, Lorren.
Hello again. And on Tuesday, we had a whole school mass to celebrate the Feast of the Assumption. And today I'm joined by our leader of Formation and Mission, Dr. Chris Heyman. Chris, welcome.
Thank you, Mark.
Chris, what is the Feast of the Assumption?
So the Feast of the Assumption is a very important feast in the church's calendar, and it's where Mary is at the end of her earthly life taken up to heaven in glory to be with her son in heaven. So it's a holy day of obligation, and which means practicing Catholics are encouraged to attend Mass on this day, and that's why we had a whole college Mass on Tuesday.
Great. And Chris, what does the Feast of the Assumption mean for us?
So Mary is a very important figure in the faith, because being the mother of Jesus, she had such a critical role in not only having Jesus within her and raising Jesus as a mother, but accompanying him through all the stages of her life. And as Christians, through our baptism, we put on Jesus Christ. We put on the life of Jesus Christ. We have Jesus Christ growing inside us. And so one of the fathers of the early church once said, if we have God as our Father, then we have Mary as our mother.
Thank you, Chris. There you go. Thank you, and bye for now.